Alright, just gonna broadcast the game between Team Player and Waljacov on the Great Plains map made by 91 that has a different TP route. As you can see, a straight one that he made that way, so there won't be a TP bug ever again. Um, it's also a bit like fixed. The hunts have been beefed up. Well, basically, this is immediately why I do not like the map as much as I could have liked it, because the mines are always a bit low on this map for some reason. I don't know why. This side could have had like 2 3 mines, and then now it just has 3 in the middle. That's quite few, but luckily it's great playing, so each player has 2 in the base. Let's see how this works out. It's a Brit mirror. I'm having a cold, so that's why I'm coughing, of course. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's a Brit mirror. Green against orange. I'll check their decks later. Alright, let's check the map for them. The hunts for orange are quite good. And the hunts for green are also quite good. This one is a little bit farther out, but it's bison and orange has 2 deer. But they're both so big, it doesn't really matter. The mines for orange aren't that good. They're in front of the TC. Generally, you would want at least one behind the TC, and there's like trees here, so yeah. But at the same time, the map for the mines for green aren't that good either. A little bit better, but that's, I guess, to offset this hunt. The trees for both players aren't that good either, especially since they're Brits, but it will do, I guess. Map is fairly equal. The treasure, team player just got 140 food. That's very nice. Seems like Waljacov is getting a scout. Also very important to have that map information to know what your opponent is doing. But of course, you would want to have at least a wood trez to counter that 140 food advantage that team player now has. As you can see here, 1 point ahead. Both players going for that standard build. Um, I didn't actually see the crates. Surprised that Walja didn't make a market, or yeah, team player did make a market. So probably we'll be seeing Waljakov going aggressive here because yeah, well, no market, as I said, will probably mean he'll age up slightly faster. He'll put on some pressure. Don't know if that's the best choice on this map, but I'm not a Brit player. I do not really know how to play this matchup. It seems like green is actually going to age faster because of that 140 food, of course. You can see that by he's moving his vills off hunts. And getting the wood needed for his transition to get some more houses to get that wood for a barracks. Um, yeah, I'll just talk generally about the gameplay because, like I said, I'm not a Brit player, so I don't know all the tricks and stuff about this matchup. You can see Orange scouting here, just checking where his opponent's hunts are. That's of course very important. You always need to keep scouting. Even if you use units to do it, you want to know at all times what your opponent is doing so you can react to that, so you can catch him off guard. So you just yeah, basically it's one of the most important things in the game. Just constantly keep your explorer units, scouts, whatever you have moving. Use wall segments, houses for line of sights if you're Brit. That's that type stuff. Alright, both players aging by now. The points have been quite same. Waljacov still not making a market, or I'm missing it, I'm not sure. I know he's not made a market yet. He's having one house more, it seems, though, than soon. Well, it will tie up. No, actually, yeah, it will tie up to 3 houses each, but team player has a market and he's aged faster, so I'd say that he's a bit up front. He puts his tower here. I don't really know why there. It doesn't really do anything there. I would say put it in front of the barracks or put it near the hunt, but right there it really does not do much. I mean, it still covers the barracks, but yeah, well, I don't know. Generally, you would think to put the tower up front to tank some damage while you're making units. Although, perhaps if you put it back here, it means that the opponent has to walk in here and can get trapped by a unit coming from the tower and a unit coming from the barracks. So maybe not the worst choice after all, if you look at it like that. Waljacov going very defensive, so not aggressive as I thought he would have. He's still not made a market, which is very surprising. I don't know what he's doing. Let's check the decks for both players. Very standard Brit decks with a lot of upgrades for infantry. No 6 musketeer, but well, in a mirror I guess you don't really need that. Let's watch a team player's deck. Basically the same, no advanced arsenal. He does have the 6 musketeers. No 7 on a coin, which means we probably won't see him go into H3 early on. No 4 villagers, which is for a mirror quite surprising, I'd say. But I guess he's trying to put on some aggression, so well, not very much aggression since he's gonna protect his base. But he's already on 2 barracks, while Waljacov is only on 1. Team player is ahead still, I'd say. I guess this is that 140 food treasure just paying off. Although I'm still surprised Waljacov does not have a market. Maybe he forgot about it, I don't know. Let's ask Tibia about it. See what he has to say about that. He's also not a bridge player, so I guess maybe Waljacov is doing some secret stuff we don't know about that actually very good. Oh, you got it? Where am I missing it? Just, I guess so then. Oh, it's down here. Alright, so I've been saying that he's got a no market all the time. Well, he does have a market. I just did not see it. It's in a, well, quite strange position, but I guess, alright. He was getting it while he was hurting this herd, I guess. He built it right there. So the difference is actually not that big at all. The exception being, of course, that team player did age up earlier, but well, Waljacov probably got that 1 extra vill. 2 extra villagers actually. Team player going for that 16 age, while Waljacov went for 17, 18 age, 18 age. But having just 1 villager more, yeah. Well, I'm not an expert on Brits, so. But it seems, in terms of points, Waljacov is up front, but his army is out of position. He wanted to go for this 240 XP, which is a very nice treasure, but he'll pay for that with some damage on his tower. I doubt that, and some lost mining time, but I doubt. Well, maybe he'll get it. That's basically a tower for free there. Yeah, Waljacov caught out of position, loses his tower as a penalty for that. That was not a very smart thing to do. If you want to get that 240 XP, send 5 to 10 musketeers there. That's way enough to deal with that treasure. If you have your explorer full health with a crack shot, that was definitely unnecessary. A mistake, I'd say. But let's see how it works out. It's not a big deal to lose your tower, although generally you would want to tank some more damage. Both players still booming behind this. There's not much going on. Brit Mirror, I'd say, is probably the most boring matchup in the game. Perhaps Port Mirror, more boring, but yeah. Usually it's big musketeer fight, wait for the one that gets the better up, and then of course it's micro time, but yeah, that can be exciting. But before that time, there's not much happening, and definitely not this one. No musketeer raids, no run-bys, nothing. Just very passive play out of both players, of course. Team player sniping a tower there, that was quite nice of him. I guess he saw maybe the army there with his explorer. I don't know exactly, but yeah, for some reason he knew exactly that he had to push. That was a window to get a little building. That was nice. It seems like Waljacov is gonna run out of hunts soon, and of course, team player, because of that 140 wood food, he could take the map a little bit more. So he's at half map, while Waljacov is still contained in his TC area, and he's behind. He has this herd though that he can herd quite easily into a more safe environment. A fight going on here. It seems like team player has the more musketeers, but of course Waljacov is defending, and he has 6 longbow out there that will swing the battle in his favor, and at any moment he can call Minuteman, of course. Although there's a decent concave here from and there's 6 more longbow coming, so yeah, definitely Waljacov getting the edge here. But that was a pretty decent trade, I think. I think neither player really got the better there. Let's see if there's, if you can see the military score dropping. Yeah, so you can see that team player was ahead, and he dropped down equal there. So yeah, team player kind of lost that a little bit, but not much. I mean, nothing very serious. He can bounce back from there. Here he can deny this hunt. Here you can see how important that map pressure is, that map presence. Yeah, this house is going down. He lost the Ville. That's nice for Waljacov to get a little bit back in this game. He's not out, of course. He's just a little bit behind, I'd say, but not by much. As you can see also in the score, just 5-point difference. That's nothing. Both players seem to go for longbows and not for adding hussars. Don't know really why they do that. I guess you don't need hussars really against mass musketeers. So, but for some raids, I'd say it would be nice. I mean, some of these villas totally unprotected. You could get at least 2-3 if you sneak in there. Here, also just 2-3. Waljacov is a little bit better protected, but at the same time, he has less resources there. He's trying to push out on the map a little bit. But as you can see, team player has got a nice line of sight here with these wall segments. He knows exactly where Waljacov will go if he puts on some pressure. That's very nice. He basically took about 60% of the map, and he took the map where all the resources are at, except here. Maybe this is the only place where Waljacov can go without team player noticing it. But of course, he will know there are no mines here, so if Waljacov runs out of mines, team player will know exactly that he has to be over here, and he has a villager near there, so he will see that definitely. So that's some nice play. For some reason, Waljacov has gone ahead in points, so that would mean some good macro there. Yeah, he has a lot more villagers because team player invested more in his military. And I'd say that Waljacov generally has the better deck for a Brit Mirror. You can see from going behind, again, he's up front. And yeah, here he needs to take this window, because if he waits longer, then the better eco of Waljacov will just kick in and he'll be behind. But right now, he has a way better army, a lot more longbows, and he can definitely make this work, because if he denies this hunt, which already almost ran out, then yeah, well, team player will have won the game, I think. He moves in these longbows, I guess, to take out these. Not very good choice, because they'll be, well, be able to be targeted down by the musketeers. But it seems like Minuteman might actually swing it here. It's not sure. Oh well, and here 2 upgrades for team player kicking in, and no upgrades for Waljacov. So it seems that team player will win here because the Vils are also fighting. That's not something that you want to have happen. It seems like this is game over for Waljacov. Yeah, so that's a nice timing there by team player. He hit exactly at the point where his first upgrade was done, his second upgrade was coming. Um, he done a lot of damage, even though the points are close. I'd say that team player sealed it there with that attack. He brought back the villagers account. Waljacov still up front. Military score. Well, Waljacov did put up a nice defense there, I have to say. But team player is still bouncing back in there, and he definitely has the Bear Musketeers. I guess if he throws up a stable right now, that would yeah, that would definitely seal it for him. A stable would mean these hunts can be denied. It means he can take out these longbow. He can put up some raids, put on some pressure, some more pressure. But maybe he doesn't even need that. He's pumping out a lot of military, foregoing that eco. Perhaps Waljacov overboomed a bit because he didn't have the map. He would be running out of resources. He knows that. So if you boom a lot, you'll obviously go through those resources a lot faster. He's now sending 700 food, and here he has 700 coin, which he seemed to have forgotten about, and that's now pretty much wasted because there's no way that his army can defend that. So I guess that's a small mistake, but that happens, you know, in the middle of you don't always remember to reset your rally point or your shipment point, and that's just unfortunate because if he would have had that, he might have had a chance to get back in there because he would have been able to have that 700 and 700 wood and coin both there, just of course pumping a lot of resources into military there, but now he can't. So let's see how this works out. He may even have been able to age. He will definitely lose this fight. Still no upgrades for Waljacov, and yeah, it seems like this is over. And there's the GG.